AddUp Online Training proudly presents an e-learning solution, which will change the approach to traditional training programs. E-learning has definite benefits over traditional classroom training. While the most obvious are the flexibility and the cost savings from not having to travel or spend excess time away from work, there are also others that might not be so obvious. It's less expensive to produce. AddUp Online Training can help you produce your own training programs. E-learning is virtually free once you reach the break-even point. Classroom programs will have continued costs associated with the instructor managing the class. Let's look at a scenario. To train students in a classroom environment for one day would entail the following costs. Let's assume it is an entry-level training program at 950 Rand per student, venue cost of 4,750 Rand. Subsistence and travel of an average of 185 Rand per student. Training material of 200 Rand per student. This means that the total cost to train 16 students would cost approximately 31,000 Rand. Alternatively, the development of an online training program, a minimum development fee is applicable which does not justify the development of online training, if the student numbers are low. However, one should remember that the same student can repeat the training as many as he or she wishes to, which is not in the case of a traditional classroom environment. Should the need exist to train, let's assume 200 or more students, irrespective of the delivery period, then the scenario would be totally different. In this case, an online training program would realize a saving of approximately 200,000 Rand. The question is, what would be a break-even point? It is estimated that from 75 students or more, online training is more cost-effective. As mentioned before, online training can be repeated more than once at no additional costs. Advantages of e-learning. It's self-paced. Most e-learning programs can be taken when needed. It moves faster. According to an article by Jennifer Salopek in Training and Development magazine, e-learning courses progress up to 50% faster than traditional courses. This is partly because the individualized approach allows learners to skip material they know and understand, and move on to the topics they need training on. In the scenario discussed earlier, this was not even taken into consideration. It provides a consistent message. E-learning eliminates the problems associated with different instructors teaching slightly different material on the same subject. It can work from any location and any time. It can be updated easily and quickly. Online e-learning sessions are especially easy to keep up to date because the updated materials are simply uploaded to a server. It is important to note that any type of updates will not be as expensive as the initial development cost. In addition to this, subsequent training courses will cost less to develop if the same branding is utilized. It can be easily managed for large groups of students. AddUp Online Training allows corporate training departments to keep track of the course offerings, schedule or assign training for employees and track their progress and results. There are many more advantages to e-learning, and even the potential disadvantages such as boring text-based courses, technophobia and loneliness can be alleviated with a properly designed training program. AddUp Online Training is proud on having some of the finest learning designers. We believe strongly that the effectiveness of e-learning training solutions is heavily influenced by the quality of the learning designers and the quality of the technology. Our custom e-learning development work ranges from compliance training to management skills to training for teachers working with students. The anatomy of a typical online training project consists of 1. Proper course design and branding. Having even the best designer isn't enough by itself. What is critical is a partnership approach to building a solution. Fundamentally, the best solutions are partnership solutions. This means enabling everyone involved to understand, contribute and participate in the development. Working together, we can develop an understanding of the learning and business objectives, the target audience, the nature of the content and its context, the different learning approaches available, the best type of learning interactions, the right delivery format, We can then focus on working together to achieve performance improvement through creative, engaging and accessible solutions. 2. Database design, to monitor progress. It is important to design the back end of a course properly to ensure the monitoring of each student. 3. Student login facility. Each student has the facility to log in, ensuring individualized program delivery. 4. Introduction video. An introduction is to elucidate to the student the goals and objectives of the course and how to use the online training tool. This will include an explanation of the different components as well as effective navigation within the online training tool. 5. Support. A support system is in place to receive and distribute any queries from students to be dealt with by the subject matter experts in an organization. A ticket system is used where individual requests can be tracked and monitored until the matter, or query is resolved. It can be both content matter or technical in nature. 6. Document editing. In many cases, specific documents that form part of the training must be completed during the training. AddUp has developed an online template tool to assist students to apply the knowledge learnt to various documents that is part of the outcome of the training. Documents are in the format of a template, and is therefore quick to amend. 7. Training model. Training typically revolves around a training model. The model is used as a central theme throughout the navigation of the training process. 8. Content pages. The content will be divided into groups or components that will form the content pages. There will be multiple content pages depending on the structure and size of the training. Each of these pages consists of video and audio to eliminate monotonous type of training and to visualize and highlight complexities. It has an intuitive navigation function designed in such a way that none of the content is missed during the completion of the program. Furthermore, a menu is available to navigate to the different sections of the program. 9. Progress indicator. The progress indicator will assist both the student and course administrator to track and monitor the student's progress. This is displayed on the screen to assist the student to confirm that no material was skipped or missed, and also in the form of a report to assist the administrator in managing the student's progress. 10. Assessments. In certain instances the need to test the transference of knowledge is required. The online training course makes provision for such a test. These tests can be random and in various formats such as multiple choice, order lists, matching items and inserting missing words, to name a few. The results of these tests could be forwarded to the training administration for further actioning. 11. Glossary of terms. To enhance the training experience, new word and phrases can be explained by means of a glossary of terms. This can be as extensive or basic as needed. A complete training course can be produced in a period as little as 1 month. It will consist of all the above-mentioned components. It is possible to cover an average of 10 topics in depth in a typical course besides the structure, layout and branding. The fact that the customer determines the scope of the project will ultimately define the time span to produce an online training program. It is thus clear that if an organization has more than 75 students to train, that AddUp Online Training is the only solution from both a cost and quality perspective to meet this demand. Contact AddUp Online Training for a non-committing discussion and consultation on the scope of work with respect to your training requirements.